guys, I'm not even gonna go fast. I'm just gonna row through the gears a little bit. Slow down. Just... Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. To the very first car review from Atlanta, Georgia, and it is a doozy. Only bad thing is it's a fixed racing seat, and with my skinny little short body, I have to swag this thing. Oh yeah. Okay. Already, I think this is my favorite sounding Z I've ever driven. So, as you can hear with the wheels and the stands and everything else, there's a little bit of noise that comes from the back. I can see how it can annoy a few people, but it doesn't bother me, but I'm weird. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a 2007 Nissan 350Z HR. Now the HR has a few minor differences from the regular 350Z prior. The 350Z before was the DE, this is the HR. It has different cams in it, and it can rev a tad higher, and overall it is seen as the better version of the VQ35. The VQ35 HR made 306-ish crank horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque, and along with that, it's very responsive. What I've always loved about 350Zs is that the tack is in the middle. So when you're in this seating position, which feels pretty much like a little go-kart in a way, the tack being right in front of you is super nice. This car belongs to my friend Desi, and man, has it been through a lot. So this, as you see, has the Rocket Bunny kit on it. There's not too many of these currently, and the first one I saw was in Hawaii. And when I was in Hawaii, everyone was like, David, you have to film that Rocket Bunny kit. He just got it, it's great, it's beautiful. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll get the shot, and you know what? I'll probably never see it again. But thankfully, when I moved to Georgia, and I went to Import Alliance, I'm like, I feel like I've seen that kit before, and I couldn't put my finger on it, and then I saw the awesome gills in the front fender, which I really, really like. It adds a lot more to it than some of the other Rocket Bunny kits. And with wide body nowadays, a lot of people will go with the cheaper stuff and then just bolt it on and try and break the internet, you know, with everything else stock. But thankfully, what Desi did was finish the entire car. So he had a few options. One, he was gonna go crazy and go with the R35 motor and swap it into this, but unfortunately that didn't work out. So instead, he goes, you know what? I'm gonna focus on the looks instead. And so he went with the Rocket Bunny kit. He got it for a great deal, and then he went with the incredibly aggressive offset and big deep dish wheels. These deep dish wheels, you could like fit a small infant in. It's ridiculous. He was wiping them down before the review, and he was like, get nice wheels, they said, with deep dish, it'll be fine. And you could tell it takes a lot of love and time and effort. But with the exhaust, it's like, wow. Oh, it's so good. And here's the great thing about it. This motor, you might not think it's great. I think it's great, but the motor, the HR in this, is basically bone stock. And with having such a good exhaust sound, it's pretty impressive to be bone stock, and it already does feel more responsive than the 350 I did years ago. Actually, 350Z was actually the first car review I ever did that was not my own car, so it's kind of bringing back some nostalgia and also seeing the evolution of this car. I will say though, with the wide body, you do get a little nervous when you're in tight spaces, and also parking is awful. So like when you park, you're like, wait, am I in the space or am I not in the space? Am I taking somebody else's line? Am I being that jerk right now? Oh, it revs so high, it's awesome. But with the big fat wide wheels in the back, you also brake easier. You brake loose much easier. enough to be dangerous. We still can control it. You can still stay in it. You're not going to be like the freaking meme all over the internet right now with Mustangs. So what I meant by complete earlier was you have red everywhere, but it's just on the verge of not too much. What I mean by that is a lot of people will either have not enough color in their car or they have too much. And I always, like, my recommendation, I'm no expert on car styling or anything like that, but I think you should have like a trio, like a trifecta. So he has chrome, red, and black. And it meshes perfectly with the Status racing seats, which are incredibly comfortable for what they are. And I myself am getting Status racing seats for my 240 as a brand. They're incredibly reputable. They're very custom fitted. They feel really good around what you order for yourself. And they just go incredibly well with the car. And with that, the red steering wheel goes with the seats. Everything's perfect. His wife did the wrap on the dash. You are winning at life, good sir, if your wife is wrapping your dash for you. I said this thing had a good story. The best way to put it, this car has been wrecked 3 times. 3 times, and it still looks like this. And, you know, I was a little wary of doing another Z because I do a lot of repeat reviews, I do, but this one feels so special because it shows you that no matter what happens to your car, it's not going to be the end of the world. If you choose to keep it, make it better. But if you don't choose to keep it, move on to something else, it'll be okay. We scraped. So you might have noticed this car is totally static. Not really. Don't do that, kids. I mean, in my opinion, you know what? Do what you want to your car, but if you want to actually drive it a lot, daily it a lot, and you want to stand out at shows, bags are the way to go, especially with this Airlift kit. Airlift is a very, very reputable company for doing bags. They're really nice guys. They did the bags that were on the Rainbow Mustang I did, and their kits are for virtually almost every brand. They have it for almost everything, and that's really good news. So the wheels on this car are GMR SS1, and the amazing thing about them is that Desi was like, hey, listen, I need these fast. And he picked the faceplate, he did everything he wanted, and then they said, we can make it happen. He goes, I need these right before Airport Alliance, and they're like, yeah, no problem. And most companies, when they say that, you're like, there is no way they're gonna make it. They just did it to get another customer. But no, they made it happen, and it's incredible to me. Desi was able to get on a half pipe. He was able to get on a half pipe that had like 3 inches of stuff like to get over. And then I get to the show at Style Driven in Alabama, and I'm like, how did that, I don't even know, how did that get on there? And he was just like, yeah, we batted it, we put like a board under there, and it made it up. But you know, there's gonna be a little bit of an argument about, should this car be only performance oriented, or should it be stance, or whatever. You know what it should be? It should be what Desi wants, not what you want. I'm sorry, but let people build their cars how they want to do it, and it makes them happy. The other good thing about this thing being basically stock motor is that you can run a stock clutch in it. And so when you're leaving stops and you're doing all that, you don't have to like feel it out and be like, how high do I rev it? How much do I do it this way? Am I gonna burn it up? Everything else, you just do it. It's just like any other stock car out there, except you're way better looking than almost everything on the road. I will say, when it comes to the Z platform, parts are expensive. Like, I'm no expert, but with the twin turbo kits being like upwards of $10,000 for, you know, something around 400 something horsepower, 500 on stock internals, like, that just seems atrocious to me. And that's why I think for being more of a daily driven car, whatever he does with it, it's gonna be more reliable, and he won't have to spend all that money. Oh yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. So, you couldn't tell, but when I started getting up top, the camper started messing with me. Like, you start going back and forth. It's almost this weird, like, ice skating kind of feeling. That's what happens. You do this kind of skate back and forth, and when we hit top of third in that pole, we hit 2 divots in the road, and it was game over. Like, you could not do it. Oh, yeah. Sounds delicious. So the exhaust on this is Z1 test pipes and Z1 exhaust. If you can't handle it, it's a little droney sometimes. You get that bassiness. But wow, dude, somebody just sprayed their wipers all over me. There we go. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is the VQ block is kind of universally used in the sports cars and whatnot for Nissan. And the VQ35 is extremely similar to the VQ38 that's inside the GTR, the R35. So that's why, with a little bit of fabrication and help and a kit, you could swap it into the Z. Still a lot of money. It's like $10,000. But I'm trying to make it clear that the dimensions are kind of similar. And also, it's basically without that 0.3 liters of displacement and no turbos. And that's why it kind of has that GTR-ish kind of sound. But yeah, that's why I saw the car, and when I learned that it had been crashed several times due to, say, inclement weather or anything like that, because Desi's originally from Wisconsin, and then came down here, and he's like, oh man, I can drive this year round now. I don't have to worry about it as much. But just the fact that it's been basically rescued several times, that's what gives me the utmost respect for the car. And you can say all you want, oh damn, it's just a body kit, that's all it is, but when it's somebody's baby, man, you gotta give them credit if they commit it that much. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video review. It was really good getting back in the driver's seat and doing reviews again. It has been a while due to complications of moving and everything else, but I feel like this was an incredible way to start the reviews again. So I wanna thank Desi so much for driving and taking his time all the way from Columbus, Georgia, coming all the way up to Buford in Atlanta. And I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a fantastic day.